Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Invicta Specs with John the Phone Guy. Today we have the Pro Diver Scuba Punisher. This is model 32420. This is a limited edition. This is number 555 of 4000. This is a 48 millimeter watch, 10 atmosphere, 100 meter, 330 feet water resistance. Flame Fusion crystal. This is running the TMI PC21AF, which takes the SR626SW battery. Standard deviation on this is less than 30 seconds per month. And with that, we'll kind of get right into taking a look at this. So you can see, very prominent Punisher logo over here with a little bit of the edge taken off. I think it's kind of a neat design. Of course, you can see the crosshairs at the 3 o'clock, which actually sits inside of a cylinder motif on here, and then you got the bullet markers at the 12 through the 6. There is no date on this. This is a straight three-hand movement. You got a little bit of loom on here. This is a fully unidirectional bezel, so we do have that going here. And this is a non-screw down crown, as you can see. So from that, and of course the classic Scuba lines here on the lug system and everything. Full black on black on the bracelet and clasp, scissor deployant, with your standard dive keeper on the retention. Of course, case back on this guy, you can see all of the information, the Marvel, the limited edition, model number, all that sort of stuff. I do love this Scuba bracelet. It's a unique look with the little pieces in the middle, and it has like a sweeping motion here, so kind of unique in that. It's a very, I don't want to say simple, but it's just not a whole lot of all kinds of cables and scroll and everything, but just a clean, I guess probably the better way to say it. It's a very clean, simple look, which I like. I like the dial is very simple, yet once you get looking at it, you can see some of the other details down in it that you don't necessarily pick up at first. Of course, you got your 4-tooth here, and as someone had pointed out a while ago, you can notice it has the Avenger logo on the second-hand sweep, which is a departure and somewhat unique for this watch. They've never really done that before, so there was controversy at first, and then people started mentioning, well, no, there's Avenger references and everything. So, but I'll leave that to those that are much more into all of that than I am. With that, we'll kind of go right into our normal measurements. So I get 47.7. Thickness is 17.5. The lug, I'm going to go out to the edges here. So I'm going to say 36.2, bracelet 25.7. The links on these 3.4. And go here on the edges. I get 52.8. And we'll bring the scale out here. This is a bracelet, but being 48 millimeter, I'd say this is probably around, 8.5. So I'm a little under 9.3, which for a full metal bracelet, and this is a fairly thick case, well within the normal range, I would say. So that is what it is. So we'll kind of just set this thing down here for a second, and we'll go in for the microscope look to kind of get some real details here, and then we'll be right back. And here we have the magnified look at this Pro Diver just kind of going around the dial face and looking at all the detail. Of course, the Punisher, you can see the scope in the one of the chambers of the revolver cylinder, and we're just kind of scrolling around. You can see the bullet markers on the 12-6, and just some of the, of course, you can see the Avenger logo on the end of the second hand, and you know, the way the Punisher is set in there is really cool. And we'll just kind of look at the side over here, just the 9 o'clock, and kind of go to the case back, and we can see the limited edition number, Marvel, Invicta, you know, all that sort of information. Of course, it has the scissor deploying clasp and all of that. There's your model number. And the crown on this, just a very simple single crown, no function pushers, as it's not a chronograph, and just a very I wouldn't say basic, but just a very simple 3-hand movement with the details being in the watch itself. So there we have it. All right, and so after seeing all that, we'll just kind of come back in for one last look, just to kind of cap everything off and take a look at what we've got going here. Got a smudge or something. Apologies. That really didn't do much, did it? Let's try it with the cloth. Probably does a little better. There we go. So there we have it right there, and we'll kind of set her down. Let's see. There we go. And with that, we'll just kind of, you know, mention this is the Invicta Pro Diver Scuba Punisher. This is model 32420. And with that, I want to give a few mentions here. And I'll give a shout out to Smitten by Invicta on Instagram, Invicta Watches and Women's Fashion. And of course, YouTube sensations, Trap Vision 3D and the Lifestyle page, talking about all things collecting and family. And of course, Tommy Big Time, focusing on bracelet sizing and battery changes and everything Invicta. Of course, Meat and I, journaling their weight loss surgery and entrepreneurship. And of course, D&Q, chronicling travel and food and fun. Tony Woe, Christian rapper, and his music and life perspective. And of course, you know, we do most of our shopping on ShopHQ and InvictaStores.com. Mentions out to Facebook, Invictaholics, Invictacruisers, InvictaVets. And as always, if you enjoy this video, please hit the subscribe and the bell to be notified. And with that, I say enjoy your Invicta watches, and I hope to see you next time on Invicta Specs. Take care.